this video, I'm going to show you how to build a pivot dashboard. So finally we are here at the last tutorial for this section. So this last tutorial is going to be very simple. As I've already mentioned, all we are going to be doing is copying and pasting and moving things around. And I think this is a great way to finish this section after this tutorial. So now let's go ahead and build this dashboard. So what you need to do is just click on the new spreadsheet option here and you can name it as dashboard. So with regard to the background of the dashboard, you can just have a basic Excel spreadsheet in the background. But typically you would select a background like this and then give it a background color. So you can just come to the fill drop down here and give it a color that you want. And for now I'm just going to go for a very light blue background, so I'll just select that and I'd say that looks pretty cool. So what we are going to do now is go to the first scenario that we have created. I'm going to select the chart, Control plus C, come to the dashboard spreadsheet, Control plus V, and I'll just move it into the position that I want. So I'll just put it here. What I'll do is I'll just shrink it down a little bit because it's a little bit too large. Now coming back to the area net profit, I'll select the slicer here and hold down Control and select this other slicer, Control plus C, and I'll come back to the dashboard and Control plus V, and I'll just put those beneath this chart. Let's move on to the third one here. So before we go any further, I'll just take my dashboard spreadsheet here so that we have our three scenarios next to each other like this. Okay, so now the top 10 salesperson here, select the chart, Control plus C, come to the dashboard spreadsheet, Control plus V, place it here, and I'll just shrink it. It looks good. Make sure that you have a cell selected within this dashboard spreadsheet, because if it is not selected and you have selected the chart, then this will override the chart that you already have. Now just go and get both of the slicers. So I'll just come there, select this, hold down Control, select the other slicers and press C to copy these. Now let go of Control, come to the dashboard, select a cell, Control plus V, and I'll move these here. I'll shrink my chart a bit. Okay, so before we go any further with this last chart here, there's just something that I forgot to mention. Usually when I select one of these items like this, I'll hold down Control to select another item. But if you want to, you can just check on this multi selection here and then you can choose multiple items at the same time. But I usually just stick to holding down the Control button. But anyway, we'll select the chart here, Control plus C, come to the dashboard spreadsheet, select a cell, Control plus V, shrink the chart, come to the item sold per area spreadsheet, select the slicers, Control plus C, come to dashboard spreadsheet, select a cell, Control plus V. So I'll just place them here and I'll adjust my chart as well. Now it looks perfect. Okay, so that's basically our dashboard. If you wanted to, you could just insert maybe some type of title at the top, just so people know what they are looking at. But in this case, I think we'll just leave it blank for now. So with regard to the slicers, of course I can select the options I want and quickly get the information that I want from the chart, and I could do that with all of the slicers. It's basically a dashboard. Before we go anywhere, there's just one point I want to put a lot of emphasis on. And I've already mentioned it, you can't use any slicer that you want, or I suppose you can, but they may not make sense. So just make sure you stick to using the correct slicer so that your charts actually make sense. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.